James, Kimberly, the Gulf Coast ball,
Yeah, exactly.
and the pro from Pensacola, Florida. We are back. It's another episode of the Smoke Screen. We in here, same bat time, same bat channel. Next to me, we got Tip, the bartender. Don't forget to tip the bartender and stop leaving change in the damn jar. And next to her is
bills.
Cara.
Big deals.
Is B, and next to her is Rose. What's up?
What's going on?
What's
cool.
up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
That's my Martin imitation.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Hey.
Today, what is the strain of the day?
Oh, I got a little mixture. Some Lucid Lullaby, some Riddler, and a little bit of Strainbow. It was what was on my tray.
Okay.
You just
Mix it all up.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it.
I'm not sleepy yet.
I like it.
So.
All right. Well, Tip, what's in your cup?
Hey, so I got something. I just made this up because I was just trying to see what was in my house. And this is Tip's Hunch Punch.
Ooh.
So it's
now.
Island Runner frozen cocktail. And I put some deep eddies in here. And I put some apple pucker in here. And it's good. It's real
Sound
nice.
delicious.
Now the Hunch Punch.
Just like that.
Never mind.
It make you want to hunch. It make you want to hunch.
Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling.
See? We're here. Don't see? It looked like they've been drinking Hunch Punch.
Yeah.
At least her.
Yeah,
he
she
might be on,
definitely has
something else.
She knows she has some.
No.
Or at the very least drinking the Kool-Aid. Because some folks drink the Kool-Aid.
Uh-oh.
Definitely the Kool-Aid.
Whose pick was this?
So this was my pick too. I watched this the other day and I couldn't stop watching it. I had to watch it all the way through. It grabbed me real quick. And after I watched it, I had to tell everybody else to watch it. And it seemed like since we was watching it, we might as well talk about it. So here we are.
Well, let's just, Michael Phelps, dive into it. What did we like about this movie?
So one of the things that I really enjoyed about this movie is that so there was this movie years ago called Stepford Wives, right?
Yes.
And I really enjoyed Stepford Wives. It was a comedy, but a good movie nonetheless. This gives me a modern day, but darker version of Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
I really liked it. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It keeps you on your toes. You want to know what's gonna happen at the end. You just watch and watch. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Same. That first thing, like as I got into it, I was like, okay, Stepford Wives. Like, it definitely was giving me those vibes, but modernized in a new way. So I really like that about it. I also liked the actor that played Frank. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Pine.
That's
Chris Pine.
Who is Frank?
Frank
leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. I didn't hear you say that. Yes. I liked him in this. Sometimes I like his face, and this is one of the times that I really like. Sometimes he's like super attractive, but then sometimes I don't think so. But yeah.
I like him too, but I like him because he's also in Star Trek as well. And
Star Trek stuff.
He's James T. Kirk. So
that's
the ones I don't find him attractive in.
That's it, Tiffany. Gotcha. That's why I couldn't remember because he doesn't. His face doesn't do anything for me in those.
It makes me want to punch it
a little bit.
Yeah.
And he does a good job.
I mean, James T. Kirk makes you want to punch him a lot. That's just who he was. He just did whatever he wanted to do.
He did it well. Sorry.
I digress. Don't get me on Star Trek because we'll be talking about it.
I was going to say, we'll be here.
It's that
Yeah,
one.
I did a good job.
Yes, that's it.
So
Good job.
this movie was a good so there's an original Stepford Wives. There's a 1975, the original version of Stepford Wives, which is really creepy, really thriller. So this movie reminded me of the first version of Stepford Wives, and how
Yeah.
creepy and how it was just so good to me. It just kept you riveted. I like that you just didn't have any idea of where this was going. I like the technological aspect, how they brought that into 2023. They modernized the story, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I actually watched this movie a few months back, maybe shortly after it came out. I want to say, and I watched it with the fam. We all really liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't mention it to y'all. I don't know, but definitely it was worth the rewatch. So I watched it again. Because
Lean forward, B. Let me touch you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with you, Rose.
Oh,
It was kind of
y'all so
it was
silly.
kind of the reverse of in the surrogates, how they put themselves into the bodies, whereas they put themselves to sleep and put themselves into it was I agree.
Too. Yeah, they all
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did
No, go ahead.
how did, maybe I just missed it, but how did all the wives, I guess they just had to take care of them, huh?
Yes.
Like, how did they all get tricked into it? Seemed like the only one that wasn't tricked into it was Bunny.
Yes.
Olivia Wilde. Yes.
It's real quick how they kind of glaze over. They like say things here and there. So if you'll remember, when I don't want to give too much of the plot away, but towards the end, when she's like running, she's headed towards the thing. She's trying to get away. Somebody says, "Who's going to put her back in? Who's going to put her back to sleep?" Because the husband has to be there to take care of her. He has to be there to keep her under. He has to be there. If she wakes up, they're gonna wake him up because she's now awake. So he has to wake up too, and he has to put her back under. And they come in and do whatever they got to do.
So when they get up in the morning, they get themselves together. They have a little breakfast, and then as a group, they all go to work. Are they going to work, or are they waking up to do the things they need to do in their real life? Take care of their wives, go grocery shopping, pay the bills. They're taking that time to take care of real world stuff, and then when they get off work, they go lay down, go back to sleep, and they come home to their wives.
But my question is, how? Okay, we know how they got under. They get under voluntarily, but did they drug their wives? Like, what keeps them constantly in that sleep state, whereas the men?
So
website.
There's
right. So right. So once you're in until you're woken up. And they have people running the system. Okay. Yes, they have people running the system that can wake the dudes up. Gotcha, and then
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was missing that, and it was driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's their world.
Frank got this set up.
The men do, right. So also my next thing is
question.
Frank's wife.
Yes.
Why she jug him?
Because she didn't know. She didn't know. She was amongst the didn't knowers. Yes, and so you got me locked up in here right
you
this?
Son of a bitch. Okay, got
you son of a bitch. Get this jug. That's why he looked like he needed to be punched in the face. I knew it. I knew it.
He did.
I thought that she jugged him. I wasn't surprised that
she
jugged him either. I'm curious as to know why she would say now it's my turn. Like, what did that mean? Because you got to get out of here too. Because who's gonna wake you up? You got to leave just like she left. You know, so
when you hit your head on the wall, don't that wake you up?
Yeah,
I think that's
what
the
happened
law.
last time.
When you
that's
touch it.
out of that world. Like, I don't know what she meant by now
touch
it's my turn. You know,
I think she just meant that it's now my turn to run things. You've been running things. You had me trapped here. Now it's my turn to run things, and now I'm finna kill you. Die.
right? But she
Even
killed him
if
so
she
that
just
I can
keeps
be
the
free.
drug alive. Like some people are happy there.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like what things is
Bonnie
she
was
gonna
happy,
run?
so
Also, I got a question. Why is it when the man died or got jugged or what have you, not that same situation, but the main characters, when he died, why all the lights in the neighborhood started popping and carrying on?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I didn't understand that part. I was like, why
I
this
can.
happening? Like, is the whole world gonna fall in on itself? What's gonna happen?
Yes.
I kind of felt
the whole world was like they were all like panicking or whatever. So they were sending out the men in red or whatever to come for her, and everybody was in like panic mode. There was like an alarm going off and everything.
I felt like this was.
Go ahead.
I felt like this was more of the system breaking down, so to speak. Just signals that the system is breaking down, that the women are noticing, because at that point she was standing out in the cul-de-sac, and it was like the other women were coming to an awakening as to what was happening.
Right.
Right.
Like the light bulbs were going off in their heads.
So,
essentially.
Okay, because they are hooked up to this
machinery.
You know, in the real world, they are hooked up. So maybe their awakening is kind of messing with the system,
making their blinders off.
You know, fucking up the matrix or whatever.
A little adrenaline rushing in a real body, messing it up.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was interesting. It made you think, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Also, I want to know what happened to the girl that started all of this, the little black girl. What happened to her?
Margaret. That's what I was wondering about. But everybody else that died in the Matrix died in real life. So she did slit her throat when she was standing on the roof.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I needed. She did say that. If they die here,
so he had to get kicked out. That's how he got fired from his job.
Yes.
That makes
That's how you get fired.
Okay, I'm figuring it out.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
How
you gonna take her from her job? She a whole doctor.
Whole doctor.
Come on, girl.
She's a whole doctor. So nobody ain't looking for this woman. Okay, I don't like that. Let me tell you what I don't like.
Okay, let's get to
talk about it.
Some of the shit didn't add up. Like that part doesn't add up. She's a whole doctor. Ain't nobody looking for her.
She the breadwinner of the house. So how he taking care of the bills?
They didn't say no one was looking for her.
They couldn't even get
They didn't say.
Right.
They didn't even say no one was looking for her. No one said that. They could have been looking for her, but he was her. Right. He was her husband. So he just, maybe she gone. She took a trip. Maybe she's sick. Maybe she had an accident. Maybe, who knows what he telling them.
Well, maybe the police need to be called.
Maybe.
Right.
Because why is you gone?
Also, we don't have any perception of time in this situation, though.
Right.
But
we don't know if it was a week.
Every day. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Was it a week? Was it a year? Was it because she
Right.
doesn't even have any memory of her time prior to being there? You know, once she goes under, she doesn't even realize. All she remembers is arriving.
Yeah, and what they tell them.
And what they tell them, the honeymoon on the island. That's what she doesn't remember her prior. She doesn't even know she's a doctor. She has no idea.
Weren't they? Okay, my mind popping back.
Remember
when she was laying in the bed?
Yeah.
Didn't she have an IV in her arm? He was squeezing that water in her mouth.
Yeah.
Did she have an IV?
I think so.
Maybe. I can't.
If she had an IV, that would explain how she stayed under. But
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely giving them drugs.
Oh, you mean
definitely giving the wives drugs.
In real life, when she was laying in the bed.
In the real life scene.
Yes.
in the real life
Yes,
scene.
yes. That's what I'm saying. They had to like maintain it. So that's what pissed me off. That was one of the things. He, prior to bringing her into that world, was complaining about how she was never there and she was always working. But then after getting her in that world, his complaint was, you don't know what it takes for me to maintain this. I have to go out here and work so that you can be happy here all the time. I'm like, don't do me no favors.
Right. I didn't have to
ask you for this.
Exactly.
This woman, she had worked for 30 hours. 30 hours. She had been a doctor. She came home, and the first thing he asked her was, "What's for dinner?"
What's for dinner?
Basically, what we didn't eat.
What do we eat?
Because
I'm hungry. I'm starving.
First of all, you've been sitting up here listening to some podcasts for hours.
Brainwashing yourself. Brainwashing yourself.
I've been at work for 30 hours. You know
Listen,
that.
he was going to order something anyway.
I wanted her,
but couldn't decide what to order. He needed her to tell him what to order.
What? So he mad that she boss bitch in the
What?
Oh, okay.
But you couldn't even get the water working, the hot water working, so she could take a bath after 30 hours. Man.
But even though he felt like he deserved her respect, he deserved her attention because he was her husband. And if she wasn't gonna give it to him, then let me just drug you and keep you in this false world
and make you
control you. That one line when they at the ballerina, there's beauty in control. That shit was for the whole movie. That I was just like, that's what it is. They're just controlling these women. They just
that's all it is. It's just
that's
control.
all it is. They just want control over these women. Period.
Yeah.
It was crazy, y'all.
It was a crazy movie.
Yeah.
Well,
I liked the backgrounds, the visuals in between, like the blood splatter, the visuals in between. I like those. When the legs were kicking, the little synchronized.
I
really like those.
Yeah.
It was very hypnotic. And I like that 50s idyllic nostalgia, that everything, life is perfect. That's what they were trying to give off. Life is perfect. Just like back then, life wasn't perfect, even when that was the look for real.
Right. It gave me very much MAGA vibes, Make America Great Again vibes, like for the male-female version. Like, this is what we want as far as the husband and wife dynamic. So we're gonna take this.
Yeah. Like some Andrew Tate kind of stuff. Y'all know that guy?
MAGA.
MAGA.
Well, y'all turned every corner that needed to be turned.
Yeah.
We got them all.
Don't even worry about it, darling.
Yeah.
Y'all need to.
Don't even worry about it.
That's the black version. Don't worry about it, darling.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, when the black play version.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it, darling. What are we giving? Don't worry about it, darling. Don't even much worry about it.
I really enjoyed this movie. It really, as you can see, raised a lot of questions about what people feel about relationships and positions and responsibilities, and who's the leader in a relationship. It really took it and turned it on its end. Anyway, I really liked it. I gave it 3 stars. I suggest you watch it, so you tell us how you feel about it. I want to know what y'all think, because it was good to me. A lot of questions.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.5. I did like it. At first, I didn't have no thought whether to watch it or not. So when somebody said it, I was like, okay, then that helps me make a decision, But after I got to watching it, I wanted to, like we said, keep watching it. It was good. It'll leave you with some questions, but Olivia Wilde is from House. That's where I first know her from. She was fantastic in that show as well. Mm-hmm. At first, I didn't like her. I like that I know what her part is in this movie. Like at first, her character, Bunny. I didn't like her at first because I was like, why you not listening to your own girl?
Oh, she was listening.
She was listening. So anyway, 3.5. Watch it.
Yeah. Like I said, it was just good to me. Once I started watching it, I couldn't stop. I had to finish it. And it raised a lot of negative feelings regarding control, I guess you could say. People needing control. Yes. It was really good. I'm giving it 4 blunts for sure.
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. The first time I watched it, I enjoyed it. The second time I watched it, I think every actor, everybody played their part. Everybody did a really good job. The dude from I can't have Nick Kroll from Big Mouth.
Yeah.
He always does a good job playing an asshole.
He played
that's
in the
his
lead
favorite
too.
role.
Yes.
That's his favorite role.
Yes. Olivia Wilde gave me major Jessica Rabbit vibes. I loved her acting. Harry Styles didn't do bad, and
no, he didn't do bad at all.
No, he did not. Chris Pine. I don't know. You're right. He has a punchable face. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I like his face, and sometimes I don't. But everybody, the lady from Humans who played Chris Pine's wife. I don't know.
Yeah.
She did.
Gemma Chan.
Well, she did well. I like this movie. I gave it 4. Like, watch it twice if you have some time. Like this. That was good. I think this is a good one.
Boy, we got good ones going.
Mm-hmm.
The crew is feeling good. Don't worry, darling. Comes away with a solid 3.5 blunts. Seems like the movies are getting higher ratings since I'm not suggesting them.
Yes.
No worries.
Okay. I'm gonna let you say it. I'm gonna let you say it.
You said what we was thinking.
If you haven't seen Don't Worry, Darling, go check it out. It is on Netflix. You can just click boom and check it out, or share somebody
put that on the soundtrack.
Account. Yeah, if you can still do that. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Smoke Screen, and y'all come check us out again next week.
Bye. Bye, y'all.
Bye.